If you're feeling stuck in your online yoga business the same way that I feel stuck trying to do the crow pose, then you're in the right place. Because the solution to both of those problems is not just try harder. That's a recipe for burnout on and off the mat. No, the real solution to that problem is to learn from those who have already found their balance. After connecting with dozens of thriving yoga teachers, I noticed one common thread between them. And it's not having the most followers or the longest list of certifications. The common thread that I found is these successful yoga teachers are launching their own branded apps. It's making their connections with their students deeper and their business more enjoyable to run. And I'm going to show you 4 ways that apps make this transformation possible, with real stories from yoga teachers like Practice with Clara and Nicole Wild's Collective Kula. First, let's talk about creating a practice space that meets your students exactly where they are. Because the most beautiful studio space in the world does not matter if your students can't get there. And in the same vein, apps make your online practice that much more accessible. I don't always take my laptop with me, but this phone does go everywhere. When your students can access your guidance from anywhere, whether that's a hotel room or a camping trip or their patio, it makes it that much easier to make a daily practice part of their lives. The data shows it too. Here at Uscreen, we've found that on a weekly basis, members spend an average of 102 minutes watching content on apps, versus 82 minutes spent per week when their membership doesn't have apps. That's an extra 20-minute flow in your members' week just because it's more accessible. Practice with Clara has a beautiful example of how apps impact her students. Just check out this review. Miss Switch says, "Love, love, love this app, and Clara too." And they note they appreciate how the videos are organized in categories so they can, quote, "find the perfect practice for my needs on any given day." But apps also create another level of accessibility that's just as important: your ability to reach your students. That's the second way that apps can boost your online yoga business. And there's one underrated feature that makes all of it possible. It's push notifications. I know, it doesn't sound very exciting, but let me explain. How do you communicate with your people right now? Is it email? In our overflowing inboxes, those messages can sit unread for days. I actually just checked my newsletter folder, and there are 37 unread newsletters that I will get to, just not today. And that's why email is great for a one-to-many communication that is still going to be relevant a few days or even a week after you sent it. But when it comes to things you want to tell your students today, push notifications make your life so much easier. They have the benefit of being immediate, like a text message to your members, so you can invite them into practice at any time of day. They keep your app top of mind, and they're part of the reason that we see memberships with apps getting 17% more logins than those who don't. You can push reminders for upcoming live events, remind your members that there's a new video going live, or even send them a word of encouragement. I'm not suggesting getting unhinged with it like the Duolingo owl of yoga, unless that is your teaching style, but there's a lot of possibility in push notifications that I don't think enough people take advantage of. And thoughtful notifications can make the difference between your members logging in once or twice a week and logging in every single day. The 2 app benefits we've talked about so far are all about improving the experience for your members, which gets them to stick around longer and in turn pay you more too. But that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the benefits that apps can bring to your business. Adding apps is also a power move for getting new members in the door. And it's thanks to benefit number 3. Your own app gives you a branded, polished look that feels uniquely yours and helps you stand out among the yoga landscape online. There's this concept called perception of value, where your customer's idea of what your membership should be worth is based on their subjective opinion and comparison to everything else they see out there in the industry. That's why even if a product with a name brand and a store brand are produced in the same factory, the name brand can charge more. They have that higher perceived value. Imagine your app on your members' home screen, right next to Netflix and Hulu and Spotify. Positioning yourself right alongside those big players helps increase the perception of value of your app. And as a result, your members are going to value everything inside that much higher. Plus, you can make the app feel like home with your brand color, organize your catalog how you want, and create custom filters that'll help your members find the videos they want to watch when they want them. Nicole Wild's Collective Kula app seamlessly matches the vibe of her website and gives the whole brand an elevated look. Her app is a key reason that she's been able to grow her membership to over $20,000 a month in revenue and serve over 600 members. A beautiful app brings students through the door. But to make sure they stay, it's important to have data on what's working and what isn't. And that's why app benefit number 4 is the access to all the data and analytics that come with it. When you launch your app with an all-in-one builder like Uscreen, you'll be able to see past the numbers and look at the human patterns behind them. You'll be able to answer questions like, what are my members watching the most often? And that'll give you a hint on what kind of content you should be making more of. You might be surprised to find that your members are really digging hour-long flows. Or maybe you'll see that there's demand for those 5-minute stretches you can do in the office. Or you might look at the conversion rate of your free trials to see if it's worth spending time updating your messaging. But my favorite thing to learn from analytics are who the most engaged members are. And this one rocks because you can celebrate those members by making a post in the community to shout them out or sending them a DM and letting them know how much you appreciate them. It's little things like that that can make your members' day. I could talk about Uscreen analytics for a long time, but I will not do that to you right now. So instead, if you want to learn more, check out the link that I'll put in the description. What you learn from analytics will save you time because you can make your decisions based on data, not just guesses that you'll second guess. Nicole and Clara are just a few of the teachers who are thriving with apps, where a dedicated community meets monthly revenue that most yoga teachers can only dream about. And they're doing it without working themselves into burnout. The best part is with Uscreen, you can launch your own branded apps in as little as 45 days, while our friendly and wicked smart success managers guide you through every step. No tech skills required. Your students will love how easily they can flow from your videos to your live streams to your community discussions, all in one beautifully branded place that feels like yours. Don't let another month go by watching other teachers scale while you stay stuck. Check out the link on screen or in the description to learn what Uscreen can do for you. Thanks for watching.